What's going on, guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is Tuesday, April 22nd. We have a 15-game MLB slate on tap for today. Real quick, a rundown of yesterday. It was a mediocre-ish day. We went 5-3 on our money line. We went 6-2 on our over-unders. Could be a better day. Today, we have a 15-game MLB slate on tap for today. Tons of money to be made. Don't forget our dollar parlay plays of the day at the end of the video. Well, all of that being said, let's jump into it. All right, guys, our first game of the day is the New York Yankees in Cleveland to take on the Guardians. And Cleveland took this one yesterday pretty handily. The Yankees are favored in this one today. We're taking Yankees on the money line. The game total being set at 8, and we like over 8 total runs. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, we're taking 2 Yankees in this one. We're taking Rice and Volpe. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're taking the overs for both starting pitchers. We have the Yankees Warren going over 4.5 Ks, and Bybee of the Guardians to go over 5.5 Ks today. All right, up next, we got a game that we got everything right on yesterday. The San Diego Padres in Detroit taking on the Tigers. San Diego is favored in this matchup today. So we're taking the underdog. We're playing Detroit on the money line. The game total being set at 7.5, and we like the over 7.5 total runs. Our hitting props, 2 total bases. We're taking Tolkerson of the Detroit Tigers and Tatis Jr. of the San Diego Padres. Then we look at our pitching props. We're playing Pivetta of the San Diego Padres to go under his line today, under 6.5 Ks. And we're playing Flannery of the Detroit Tigers to go over 5.5 strikeouts today. Alrighty, guys, on after that, another game we called correct yesterday. We took Miami in the Cincinnati Reds matchup. Today, we're taking Cincinnati on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the under in this one. The 2 total bases, batter props, we're taking Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds, and we're taking Edwards of Miami Marlins. Then we look at our pitching props, and Martinez of the Cincinnati Reds, we're playing under 5.5 strikeouts. Cabrera of the Miami Marlins, we're taking his over 5.5 Ks in this game. As we continue along, we have the Baltimore Orioles and the Washington Nationals, a DMV matchup today. We're playing the Washington Nationals on the money line. Baltimore is favored in this one, so we're taking the underdogs. The game total is set at 9, and we like the under 9 total runs in this one. For our batting props, 2 total bases. We're taking Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles, and we're taking Lowe of the Washington Nationals. Then we go on to our pitching props, 2 total bases. We got Kramer of the Baltimore Orioles going under 4.5 Ks, but we're playing Parker of the Washington Nationals over 4.5 strikeouts in this game. All right, on after that, we have another series starting up. We have the Seattle Mariners going to Boston to play the Red Sox. We're playing Seattle on the money line. The game total is set at 9, and we like over 9 total runs in this one. Down to our hitting props. We're taking 2 Mariners. We're taking Cal Raleigh, and we're taking Rayleigh of the Seattle Mariners. Then on to our pitching props, and we're taking Miller of the Seattle Mariners to go over 5.5 Ks. Bello of the Boston Red Sox. This will be his first start of the season. He's been working out of the bullpen. We're taking his under 4.5 Ks in this game. All right, on after that, we got the Phillies in New York to play the Mets. The Mets taking this one yesterday. Philly is favored in this matchup today, and we're taking Philly on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and we like under 8 in this one. For our batting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies, and we're taking Pete Alonso of the Mets. On to our pitching props, and we're taking 2 overs in this one. We're having Sanchez of the Phillies go over 5.5 Ks, and we're playing Canning of the Mets to go over 4.5 strikeouts in this game. All right, on after that, we have the St. Louis Cardinals in Atlanta taking on the Braves. The Braves taking the first game yesterday. This Braves team is very good at scoring late runs. Today, we're playing the underdog, though. We're taking the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the under in this one, under 8.5. For our batter props, 2 total bases, we're taking Donovan of the Cardinals and Murphy of the Atlanta Braves. For our pitching props, for now, there's only 1 starting pitcher officially listed. I think Slater will be Atlanta's starting pitcher, but they still have not officially listed him Palenti for the Cardinals is the only official listed starter, and we're taking Palenti to go over 3.5 Ks in this game. Right, another series starting up here. We have the Colorado Rockies in Kansas City taking on the Royals. For their last two series, this Royals offense and the whole team has looked very shaky. Back home today, we're playing Kansas City on the money line. The game total set at 8.5, and we like the under 8.5. For the batting props, two total bases, we're taking Goodman of the Colorado Rockies. We're taking Bobby Witt Jr. of the Kansas City Royals. Then we look at our pitching props. We're taking Feltner of the Colorado Rockies to go over 3.5 Ks, and Buick of the Kansas City Royals to go under 7.5 Ks. On to the next game. This is my favorite matchup of the day. If you were going to play one single game in a dollar parlay, this would be the one I recommend. And it is the Dodgers in Chicago to play the Cubs. The Dodgers is favored in this matchup, and we're playing the underdog. We're taking the Chicago Cubs on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the over 8.5 total runs here. For our batting props, two total bases. We like Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers. We like Tucker of the Cubs. Then we go on to our pitching props, and we're taking the over for both starting pitchers in this one. Over 4.5 Ks for May of the Dodgers. Over 4.5 Ks for Iguodala of the Cubs. Like I said, this would be my play of the day if I could recommend one game for you to play today. On to the next game, and we're taking another underdog today here. It's another series starting up. It's an AL Central matchup. The Chicago White Sox going to Minnesota to play the Twins, and we're taking the White Sox on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like over 8.5 total runs. For the batting props, two total bases. We're playing Benintendi of the White Sox and Carrera of the Twins. Then we look at our pitching props. Martin of the White Sox, we're playing over 4.5 strikeouts. Obear of the Twins, we're taking under 6.5 Ks today. To the next game, the Toronto Blue Jays in Houston taking on the Astros. The Astros handled the Blue Jays in the first matchup yesterday, and we're taking Houston again today on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and we're playing the under in this one. We're playing under 8 total runs. For our batting props, two total bases, we're taking Yordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros and Springer of the Toronto Blue Jays. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're actually playing two unders in this one. We're taking Bassett of the Jays to go under 5.5 Ks and Blanco of the Astros to go under 4.5 strikeouts. Continuing along, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates in Los Angeles to play the Angels. We're taking the Angels on the money line here. We're taking the over 8.5 total runs. We're playing Reynolds of the Pittsburgh Pirates to have two total bases. Ward of the Los Angeles Angels to have two total bases. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're taking two overs in this one. We're playing Falter of the Pittsburgh Pirates to go over 3.5 Ks. Soriano of the Angels over 5.5 strikeouts today. All right, guys, we continue to roll along. We're not wasting no time. We're down to our three final matchups. And up next, we got the Tampa Bay Rays going to Arizona to play the D-backs, and we're playing Arizona on the money line in this one. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the under here. We're playing under 8.5 total runs. Looking at our hitter props, we're playing two Diamondbacks only today. We're taking Corbin Carroll as well as Naylor of the D-backs, both to have two total bases. Then we look at our pitching props, and here we're taking the over for both starting pitchers. We're playing Little of the Tampa Bay Rays to go over 3.5 strikeouts. Padif of the Arizona Diamondbacks, we're playing his over 5.5 Ks today. Moving along, we got Milwaukee in San Francisco taking on the Giants. The Giants taking the first one yesterday, and we're taking Giants today again on the money line. Today, though, we're playing the over 7.5 total points. We move on to our hitting props, two total bases, and it'll be two Giants. We're taking Jung-Ho Lee as well as Fitzgerald of the Giants. Then we look at the pitching props, and we're taking two overs in this one. We're taking Quintana of the Milwaukee Brewers to go over 3.5 strikeouts. We're playing Hicks of the San Francisco Giants to go over 4.5 strikeouts in this game. Up next, our final game of the day, we got the Texas Rangers going to wherever it is the Athletics play. In somebody's backyard. So we're taking Texas on the money line here. They're the underdogs in this one. So we're taking Texas on the money line. The game total is set at 10, and we're playing under 10 runs today. We look at the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're taking Seager and Langford of the Texas Rangers. Then we look at the pitching props. We're taking Corbin of the Texas Rangers to go under 4.5 Ks, and we're playing Bido of the Athletics to go over 4.5 strikeouts today. All right, before we get out of here, guys, our $2 parlay plays of the day, and we start off with our pitching props parlay. We're going to the Washington Nationals starting pitcher Parker to go over his line. Pittsburgh starting pitcher Falter to go over his line. Houston Astros starting pitcher Blanco to go under. Palenti of the St. Louis Cardinals to go over. And Iganagama of the Cubs to go over. And we're putting all 5 of those gentlemen in a parlay for $1 that should pay around $25. Then we move on to our hitting props parlay. And we're taking, and mind you, this is 2 total bases in our hitting props. 2 total bases, 5 people, 5-leg parlay. We're taking Pete Alonso of the Mets. We're taking Caminero of the Milwaukee Brewers. We're taking Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles. We're taking Fernando Tatis Jr. of the San Diego Padres. And we're taking Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners. We're putting all 5 of those gentlemen in a parlay, and that should pay around $60. Once again, guys, thank you for clicking on this video. I appreciate everyone. Good luck today, and I hope to catch you guys on the next one.